I'm a girl with freckles and all I want to be able to do is my makeup and keep them out but still do a full beat. No worries, you've come to the right place. I have always done natural freckle makeup looks, but today I am doing my full beat down when it comes to freckles. Like, I'm gonna do a little wing eyeliner, a little shadow. I never do this. This is very rare. This would be like if I'm going to like a big event or something. I'm even using primer. Okay, so this is my version of the full freckle beatdown. This is the most makeup you will ever catch me wearing. So yeah, let's do it because I want to give diversity for the freckle girls because I get it. It is tough out here. No one taught me how to do this and keep my freckles out, so I hope that I can help you. And also, if you're new, hi, my name is Cecily. Welcome! I love posting just like makeup videos, keeping my freckles out. I like posting faith videos. Praise the Lord. Welcome. I don't know. You can find anything you want here. So let's get into it. I had a little bit of makeup on, so I just removed it. Okay, skin is already prepped. I just do my normal skincare routine. I posted this on my channel so many times, so just go back and watch it. Skincare is necessary though to a good base, so do not forget that, especially when you're doing like makeup that is a little bit on the lighter side with the base. So then I go in with this primer from e.l.f. and primer I literally never use. I only use primer if I'm doing like this look, a full makeup look, which is almost never. I don't even own foundation. I think I have like one thicker skin tint, but I don't own any actual like real foundations. People keep asking me to do like a foundation test and I'm like, I kind of want to, but at the same time, it's just like I don't use it, so what am I gonna do with these foundations? So this is the e.l.f. primer. It just makes your skin a little bit grippier. If you're doing a full makeup look, I would highly recommend using primer. I never used to and my makeup just would not stay on. And also you want to make sure it like dries because it makes your skin a little bit tacky, but this one won't break you out at all. Also, it was my birthday yesterday and all my friends got me like so many flowers. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Oh my gosh, they're so sweet. This is the Armani skin tint. I just got this one. This is in the shade M1. This stuff is very, very sheer. Ooh. It's very liquidy, so you can definitely build it up. I just put a couple. I typically just put this on my hands, but I was trying to be aesthetic and it's not working. All right, I just put a few pumps of this and I go in with my fingers. It adds a really nice sheer coverage and it evens out the skin. But obviously look at the freckles. They're still out, they're still popping. This stuff really melts into the skin. It feels lovely. I think it has skincare properties, I'm not totally sure, but at this point, like every brand is coming out with the same thing in just different fonts, so I'm not even sure anymore what's going on. But in all honesty, they sent this to me. I don't know if I would buy it. It is really nice, actually. It is just very sheer. Next is concealer. This is Ilia Beauty's True Skin Serum Concealer in the shade Wasabi. I put this under my eyes and I don't put too much. I just put like a little dot. I might go back in at the end with a little bit more, but I don't have any pimples right now. Praise God. So we're just gonna put under the eyes. And I wait a couple of seconds until it dries a bit because it gets a little tackier and it just stays on better. And I do this with my fingers. I use my fingers for everything, even when it's still on the fuller bead side. She's pretty on it. Yay. Okay, I'm definitely gonna go back in with more at the end, but I'm gonna wait till I do like my liner and then we'll fix it. Now that my base is pretty prepped, this just helps it to set a little bit. I go under the eyes and I rub a little bit on my face because I use almost all cream products, so I need to bring down the shine a bit and make sure they actually stay on. Next up is bronzer. I do bronzer before contour. I don't know if that's right, but it's okay. I've always done it this way and I like the way it looks. So I'm going with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I just go in with the normal bronzing spots. Honestly, this bronzer like doesn't really show up too much right now because I'm tanned, but we still make it work. I like having a very healthy bronzy glow. I want to be dark at all times. I just feel like it brings life to the skin. It is the best thing ever. And then I go in with the same bronzer just on my eyelids. I like to put most of the products I put on my face on my eyes, especially when I'm doing like a light shadow look. I think bronzer is like the perfect base color. I don't know where I learned my makeup tips. I think honestly over the years it was probably just like YouTube and like random influencers, and then when it came to like freckles, because most people didn't do like specific like freckle makeup, I just started to figure it out on my own. To be honest, it was a lot of trial and error. It was a lot of like, I just didn't like to cover up my skin. I hated the feeling of foundation, so I just kind of started using sheer products, and then it kind of turned into like, oh wait, this is cute, and honestly, you just kind of learn, you figure it out. All right, then I go in with this Tower 28 contour, and this is in the shade Getty. Again, product doesn't show up all that much, but I'm going in the same spots as I did with the bronzer. I don't like a super contoured look, So I just like dab it on. I don't draw it on. I know some people like the pens. I like a fluffy, I just dab. Make sure you get it into your ear. I made that mistake honestly my whole life until recently when I saw a photo and I was like, why is my ear literally white compared to the rest of my face? Let me just bring her up and bring it under. Interesting. Okay, complexion's giving, skin's coming back to life a little bit. In the winter, I notice way more difference of what I'm doing, but it's fine. Summer still works. Next, we're gonna go in with blush. I'm gonna start with the Rogue blush, and then I'm gonna go in with the Glow Recipe Dewy Flush over top. I like the Rogue blush on the bottom because this one, well, the color is gorgeous. It's like a little bit of a deep pink. It's not as creamy as the second blush. This one is still very creamy, but that one's kind of giving more like skincare vibes. So I just add this on the bottom and I always drag it up my cheeks. I used to never wear blush and now I wear it all the time and I honestly can't, well, I can leave the house without it, but that's probably like one of my main things is like eyebrows, blush, and we're good to go. I feel like when I was younger, it just made me look too young, and now that I'm older, I'm like, yes, youth, life, full skin. I'm literally 24, I'm acting like I'm so old, but I'm like, lovely. And I go in with this one. This is technically not marketed as a blush. It is called Dewy Flush. Again, they love to do things that are out of the box. It's a great product though. I would highly recommend this. But this is giving like more skincare. You can see it's a little bit more liquidy. This stuff feels fantastic on your skin. It's made with like oil. And I love a little oil moment. See, you can see it gives you a little bit like more of a shine. Back on the nose. I'm literally going nowhere after this, so I'm doing my makeup for no reason, just to show you guys, because I love you that much. Now I'm going in with this Tower 28 Dewy Balm. This is my Glow Balm. I put this on underneath my highlighter always, and then we're almost done with the base, actually. I don't know what it is. I just think adding like a balm underneath highlighter gives you more of a natural glow, because it's honestly giving like glistening, like I give a little bit sweaty, but like in a good way. Then I'm gonna go in with Urban Decay. Shake her up. This is the Face Bond Luminizer by Space Cowboy. That was crazy. I have not eaten today and I'm really hungry and I feel like it's starting to catch up to me. Put this on over the same spot, up the nose. And then I also put this back on the eyes. Lovely, and then we're glowing. See that? Ooh, natural glow. Yes. It's cute. Okay, lovely. Let me do my brows. All right, I'm gonna use Anastasia. And then I'm gonna use the NYX Brow Glow over top. I don't typically fill in my brows. I only do this if I'm doing a full beat for whatever reason. Sometimes in the winter I'll do it more. I don't know why in the summertime I just like don't like filling in my brows. I'm like really weird with my makeup sometimes. But I do it super light. I don't like a super dark brow. Just gotta fill in the patches, which my eyebrows are pretty thick, so I really don't have to do too much. Okay, let me slick them down with the brow glue. And then just slick them down. Fantastic. Base is done. Now we're gonna move on to eyes. I got hot. I turned on my AC for a little bit and just sat. All right, let's do eyes. I'm gonna go in with these two palettes. I don't know. Well, this is Sephora, I believe. I like neutral palettes. The crazy colors, maybe one day we'll try. This one's from Sigma, and these are the shades. Gorgeous. I'm thinking of a little bit of like the peachier tones and then smoking it out with a little bit of brown, and then I'm gonna add a brown liner. I'm gonna start with taking this color Edgy and putting it over my entire lid. I think one thing is really important when it comes to eyeshadow is just blending everything out. I'm gonna bring it down a bit. Brush is not ideal. This is a better brush, there we go. And do the same on the other side. Okay, I'm bringing you in for the eyes. Okay, the base is done. I'm gonna smoke it out a little bit with this brown and just add a little bit of like a burgundy vibe. It looks kind of crazy on camera, but I promise, well, no, it's gonna turn out good. Let me stop downplaying myself like this. It's gonna turn out fantastic, just y'all wait. I'm gonna curl my lashes. I have a lash lift right now. Typically I use heat on them, but I don't have to do that. In the very moment, get as close to the lid as you can. Boom. I'm going to use this shimmer. This is in the shade Vintage. I take my flat brush. I think these are like the easiest. And then just pat it on. I like getting a little bit of glitter. I just think it's fun. I'm gonna go on top with another one, which is a bit brighter. And then this one, pat it out with the same brush. I'm going to take my angled brush and I'm gonna go back in with this palette and I'm gonna draw a little wing. Well, I'm gonna do a tight line. So I just take powder and then I stamp it on and I just like stamp it across the waterline. I pretty much just follow the waterline and do a super light, like, tight line. This is what the final looks like. I just stamped it across, you can see. And then I added like a little baby wing. The eyes are giving full coverage. We're coming together, we're almost there. Then I go in with this pen. I would show you what it is, but it's discontinued, so you're not gonna see. And I just go in with the inner corner and draw it up. I love adding an inner corner. I think it just makes the look. Then I'm gonna go back in with the same concealer and add a little bit underneath the eyes again. Just to like clean up any lines. Cleaned up. Now, we're gonna go in 2 mascaras and then we're pretty much done. So we're gonna go in with my Maybelline Sky High mascara and then my Ilia Beauty mascara. This one's waterproof. I always use waterproof on the bottom because it makes the lashes stay longer. And I don't dip it for the second one, I just go straight in. Coat one. I don't do too much for that, just like coat the lashes a little bit. And then I go in with the second one. Take this out and I let it dry a little bit before going in with the next coat. Alright, coat 2. This one I go a little bit heavier with, especially on the outer corners. Okay, mascara, look at that. Eyes. I told you guys it would come together. I don't know where to look, but like, alright, amazing. We love it. Now we have to do lips and then we're finally done. Urban Decay setting spray. Perfect. Lips, I'm gonna go in with my MAC lip liner in the Tower 28 in their jelly. I don't do anything too crazy. I just do a really soft line and then I buff it out. And then the Tower 28 lip jelly in almonds. And that is the final. This is my full beat down when it comes to freckles. This is about, probably would take me like maybe 20 minutes if I'm not explaining through it. But yeah, this is the most full beat you'll ever see me do. The eyes are pretty dark, they're pretty out of my comfort zone, but I do love it. It does look really good. They make your eyes pop, the freckles pop. That's pretty much it. That's all I got for you guys. Do we like this look? Let me know if you want to see more like intense looks. Let me know. I'll try my best to recreate whatever I can. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. I don't know. I feel like I have 2 brain cells right now. I need to go take a nap. Not me doing my whole face of makeup to go take a nap. Crazy. Anyways, bye. Love you all.